Hello everyone, it's Olivia here for Casa Thursday, and I'm actually here for a video. Woohoo, good for me. I just have a lot going on right now. I decided that taking 5 classes plus my senior sem was a good idea, and most people take 3, but I am registered for 5 classes and a senior sem, which is technically 6 classes, so woohoo! I'm having a great time. I would totally recommend this to everyone. No, I wouldn't. Don't do it. But I have kind of gotten my knit and crojo back. I kind of lose it usually after Christmas because I've been doing so much frantic knitting for Christmas that I just kind of need a break. But it's returned to me, so that's good. And I finished several things, so that's also good. But first, I'm going to show off. Sorry, I'm saying and ah a lot. I don't need to do that. I apologize. I'm going to show off this dishcloth that my roommate knit for her. So this is Dion's, and this is my yarn, and she is my needle. So she said that I basically just made it. We decided because it was my stuff. But we have been walking lately, and by lately I mean 3 days in a row. We went walking at the gym together, and we're knitting at the same time while we were walking. And she asked me to get a project ready for her before we went on Monday, so I grabbed this yarn and some needles for her to make a dishcloth. So that's what she did, and she just kind of improvised the pattern. So if someone wanted to do something like this, they just need to kind of. How many stitches did you cast on, Dion? Probably 35 or 38.
36. It was like some weird.
Yeah.
Four. I'll think about it.
So base 30 something, in the higher 30s, because she's kind of a tight knitter, and I accounted for that when I picked out her needle size because I'm a loose knitter and she's a tight knitter, and we're weird. Kind of just a weird little combo. We should combine our knitting prowesses and we'd be at the ideal number, I guess. But this turned out really great, and she already finished it. And has on to my projects. So I made some more octopuses because I sold 3 out of the 4 that I had listed on my Etsy store, which is kind of weird to me because I was expecting adult hats to be kind of a seller. And mostly it's just been octopi and baby hats. So, you know, whatever, I'll go with it. They don't take all that long to make. It probably takes about an hour to make one of these. And this one is my favorite because of the colors. I mixed a rainbow yarn with an orange. And then that's it for knitting and crocheted stuff that's finished. But okay, so my cousin, my very favorite cousin, her name is Katie. She is getting married this summer, which is so exciting, and I'm really happy for her and her fiance Ian. His name is also Ian, just like my boyfriend's, but we're not sharing a boyfriend. He's very nice and lovely, and I'm so happy for them. And so I told her that for her wedding, I would make her garter for her. So I'm going to be knitting a garter, and then I also sewed one. So she's going to have 2 options, and then whichever one she doesn't want, I don't know, I'll list on my Etsy store, or she can just keep it, or someone will take it. I don't really care what happens to it all that much. I just want her to be able to choose which one she likes better. So she showed me a picture on Pinterest of a garter and said, can you make something like this? And I said, well, I can't crochet something like that. That's way past my skills, but I can probably sew something like that. So I'll put a picture of what the one on Pinterest, or not Pinterest, sorry, Etsy looks like here. Okay, so that's the one that she was looking at and said, can you do something like this? So I made this to kind of look like it. And it's stretch lace that I got at a thrift store. And then I just made this little lace flower and added a button to it. and I think it looks fairly close. It's not identical. The colors are different, and you know, everything is about it is a little different, but I'm kind of putting my own spin on it, and I'm also doing what I can with the materials that I found. So that is that. And okay, so on to works in progress. I have 2 works in progress right now, but I have a really big one coming up, so I'd like to finish one of these soon. I started this on Monday when we started going to the gym to walk and knit at the same time. It's a cowl, and it's a pattern of my own design, and it's kind of a see-through mesh type thing. This is the wrong side of it, so you can see that there's holes, but I want it to be a little thicker, and I ran out of yarn. This is 2 skeins of what is the yarn brand? I don't remember what the brand name is, but it's Bazinga is the name of the yarn. I think it's supposed to be based off of that TV show. I don't watch TV. This is bad. What? No, it's that show with all those nerds on it. Big Bang Theory. That's it. Yeah, I think it's based on that. Because they have t-shirts with the same logo that says Bazinga as the yarn. I don't know why they would make a yarn after that, but I think that that's what it's supposed to be. So this is that. The color isn't quite showing up right. It's a little bit more vibrant. The color is Raz Chocolate if you wanted to purchase this yourself. I got it on yarn.com for $5.99 a skein. This took 2 skeins to make so far on a US 10.5 or a 6.5 millimeter needle size, but you could probably leave it like this, but I just want it, you know, that extra length here, so that it's just kind of a big, chunky, comfy cowl. And this will probably go in the Christmas knitting box, so someone will get this for Christmas. So now's the time to lay claim, anyone that's watching on from my Facebook when I post this. If you want that for Christmas, you better lay claim to it. So then my last work in progress is this shawl that I've been working on for a while now. It's from my friend Annika. She bought this yarn last summer or something ridiculous like that, and it's taken me forever to do it, but I really like it, and I think it's beautiful, but it's just taking so long because it's a fingering weight. And now that the rows are getting longer, you know, I have almost 200 stitches just to get one way across, and it's so thin and it just feels like it isn't growing that much, but I know it is, because last week when I showed you the progress, I was around this string, and I've already added, you know, this much to the shawl, but it just doesn't feel like that much is going on with it. But I'm getting close to doing the lace part, which is cool, because I'm excited to just move on to something new. But I have been enjoying this knit overall. Even I work on it during class usually, because it's kind of a mindless thing, and I can just kind of knit and listen to the professor and take notes and whatever and set it down easily. So that's everything that I have right now. But as for the big project that I have coming up, so I mentioned my cousin's wedding. I'm working on a knit garter for that right now. That's white, and then it'll have a light blue ribbon throughout it, and I think it'll be lovely. So I have 2 handmade things for her again, like I said, so that she can choose. But the other thing that I'm making for her wedding is I'm going to be making a blanket for her and Ian that I'm going to refer to as the baby maker. They're not going to have kids, I'm sure, for a while. But me and my friend Lisa kind of joked that people get blankets for their wedding as kind of a weird baby maker type thing. So maybe we're just really weird, probably. But that's what I'm going to knit for her. I got the yarn from Knit Picks. I ordered it. It should be on its way. Funded by my mom. So thanks, Mom, for funding Katie's wedding present for me. And I'm really excited to start that. So I hope you guys have all had a really great week. I will hopefully see you next week. I should probably have something finished by next week, but just in case I don't, I apologize. And that's it. See you guys. Bye.